Okay, I assume if you're watching this, you want to learn about guitar and music. Um, so we are looking here at the Phrygian third minor and the Lydian fourth major being in the same cage, the C cage, the first cage that we play. All right, so it starts C, it goes D minor, then E minor, shaped E minor, then E shaped F major. Okay, G is G. But remember, that's G Mixolydian. It's not G Ionian. It's not G major. Okay, I'll take the capo off and show you why. With G major, we would go something like, it would be a root situation, so it would be, you'd have this F sharp. If you wanted to stay in the C cage, it would be like, but with the capo there, you're not going to get that F sharp. So, but we can use it as a G in the key of C. See, it takes on a dominant quality. So we're moving along in the cage, in this, just the first four. All right, and let's just get past the double E here. And we go to A minor. And then we go to the seventh minor. Now we can substitute a D minor there and just somehow reach way over and we can go out of the cage just for demonstration purposes to replace the 6 with the 7 and the D minor to get that half diminished. And then back to C. So I forget how we got onto this subject, but it suffices to say that as we go along in the half diminished, we have these different arrangements of the half diminished triad. And in this case, I kept the 6 there. But this was way back when, before I knew about the substitution for the Dorian was going to add that 6th. Anyway, and you still had to add the 7th from that. So to the Dorian, we add the 7th. You know, and that's why you can make those substitutions. Same thing with Mixolydian. If you have a Mixolydian, a G Mixolydian, okay, which is in the key of C, and then you just remove the G, you have that be half diminished. That's why people substitute the 5th for the half diminished, or vice versa, whatever they want, whatever kind of sound you want to get. So it gets a little jumbled here, just like when we're playing arpeggios. Okay, it gets a little jumbled. That's why we've got to move along, and we'll get to better explanations on the other charts. But you can find your 7, 2, 4 in each one of these cages. Okay, these are the tripentatonic cages. But really, if you just, most of them, if you play just the pentatonic of the root, for instance, you'll get that whole cage there. But there's one of them, I think, in here that you would have to play the pentatonic of not only the root, but the 4th and the 5th to get the entire cage. Okay, so the first 2 of them might be short. And then you add, you know, let's see, the G, no, the G is there. The A, then the D. pretty much all of them are as long as any one of them, kind of thing, you know, or the root of them. I put all three of them there because when you play, say, for instance, here an A pentatonic, then you do the fourth on the D pentatonic. There's your fourth, leading the D. And the E would be the fifth, with the D being here. That would be the fifth right there. Okay, and again the A was the root's right in the middle of the three-finger A chord, the second inversion chord. Put them all together and you get a diatonic scale. You'll see when I go like this, that's just, you know, getting back to a note I can pick the guitar back up with. I can't pick it back up with my ring man. So let's move along in charts. I think, okay, this is the new chart. Alright, I'm not sure we were ready for this, but we can take the discussion to this after a little bit of a diversion here. Are we in the right? I hope we're in the right. Okay, this chart I want to talk about before we go back to the half diminished. And that is the C minor and the G minor. Okay, the C minor and the G minor effect. Okay, just getting the vest on and off. It's still chilly, and we had a big storm today. But as soon as I start playing again, you know, I got to get out of it. Excuse me. So, it's allergy season too, they say. Let's start up here. This is our normal fretboard, okay? The normal fretboard. My fretboard on my guitar goes another cage down, the D cage, in like half of the E cage to get a nice E-shaped C down there. Here's our normal fretboard, alright? We just did the A thing. G, E, and D goes all the way up to here. So this fretboard starts down here at E down here. Remember, they look like E's, but they're not. They're threes. But in the key of C, they're threes. But it's just an E. An E, so it's E, A, D, G, B, E. Remember, E could be the E of anything. If I play the normal cage-shaped chords down here, C, A. Now, if this is in the key of A, like this, as opposed to, that's the key of C, that's the key of A, then the E becomes the fifth. That's why if I take this, it's like going, now I have an A-shaped C, and now the bar note on the bottom, as if my finger was this guy, is the G, or the fifth. So that's why we start here, because E would be the fifth when we play the A down here. And same thing with the other cages. So G, that E would become the sixth, because E is the sixth of the key of G. There's your E. And let's see, C, A, G, E, then we get the E. Key of E. You have E is the root. E would become the root. That's why when we get up here, E-shaped root. There's your root right there. We don't get the 7.